Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Crypto, back at it with another Season 3 Smite build. And today, we're doing the god ANHUR. If you don't know, he's an ADC, he's in the duo lane with the support. And yeah, let's get right into this build. So first off, like always, we'll start off with leveling and what each ability does. So your 2 is going to be what you're going to want to level first. This is your main source of wave clear. As you see here, it just goes in a simple straight line. And it does something a little bit different to gods. Minions, it will not do this to. But gods, if you hit a god with your 2, as you will see here in a second, it actually knocks back the god, and then if you hit them into a wall, it will stun them for, I think, half a second, or sorry, it actually increases. It goes up to 1.5 seconds, I think it starts off at, 1.1 second. And then after that, you're probably going to want to level up your 1. You're going to want to use your 1 to kind of combo with your 2. If you don't know, your 1 is a pillar that goes up, as you can see right here. If enemies are in this area, they will actually be slowed by a scaling that goes up by 5%. It starts off at 15 and ends up at 30. And also, if they're in that area, ANHUR gets a damage buff increase. It goes to 4, I believe, and goes up to 20. Yeah. So ultimately, what you're going to want to do is use your 1 and then your 2. And as you can see here, you can actually combo somebody into your wall, and you'll be doing a lot of damage. After that, I highly recommend getting your 3. Your 3 is a leap, as you can see here. I'll use it on the Odinbot. Jumps up, and it actually knocks an enemy if it hits him. Does it do this to minions? I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I hope not, because I'm gonna look like an idiot. And then your ult, as you can see here, it's a straight line of cone damage. Not cone damage, it's just a straight line. And what he does is he repetitively throws out his spears. This is a very high damaging. And each time you hit somebody, it effectively goes up and it actually increases the damage on it. So as you see here, it can actually go through one gun and hit others. So let's say the enemy team is kind of walking through one lane and they're all just kind of trying to attack your team. If you turn the corner, put down your 1, and then ult, you will be doing a lot of damage if they're sitting in this area. Granted, his ult is actually kind of harder to hit on moving enemies, and it does take a little bit of skill. ANHUR is a very skillful god, hence why he is one of the harder ADCs to play, but he's also one of the best. Alright, so let's get right into the build. First off, this one's going to be up to you. If you guys like going into Golden Bow, this is the traditional one right now. Golden Bow is an AoE. It's not an AoE. If you guys don't know what Golden Bow does, it makes your basic attack become an AoE in a sense. So let's say, I'll wait for the minion wave over here. If you hit a minion, it will also affect the other minions around it, as you will now see right here. See the yellow? That's it proccing on the other minions. So this really helps for wave clear, and this is the 2 on the enemies. Alright, then so for the next item, you're probably just going to want to go into typical boots. Now this is kind of up to you. If you like a lot more power, definitely go with Warrior Tabby. But if you like Ninja Tabby, then definitely go into Ninja Tabby. If you guys don't know what Ninja Tabby does, it gives you attack speed, and it also it decreases physical power. So it gives you the same amount of movement speed. That's really up to you. If you like to do more ability damage early on, definitely go to Warrior Tabby. But if you think you can outbox your enemy early on, definitely go to Ninja Tabby. Personally, I like Ninja Tabby, but that's just me. So for this, we'll go on the Ninja Tabby. After that, you're going to want to go into an item called Icavol. Icavol increases your attack speed and also gives you pen. So it's going to be nice to deal more damage to your enemies, such as a Guardian and ADC. And what the passive does is that each time you hit an enemy, it has up to 3 stacks. We'll do it over on the Odinbots. As you can see here, your basic attacks actually escalate. And the reason why it had 4 procs is because of ANHUR's passive. Right, we'll talk about that. ANHUR's passive makes it so each time you hit an enemy with your basic attack, it's a protection debuff by 20. So ultimately, you're actually going to be getting 4 different levels of abilities. And as you can see here at max rank, it does almost 200 with this. And at this, with these 3 items here, you're probably going to be around level 10 or 12. No, probably about 10. Alright, so next item. We're going to be moving on into Aussie Prob. Yep, Aussie. Aussie gives you lifesteal, attack speed, and physical pen. So ultimately, if you go this, then you're going to get 35 pen, which is going to do a lot of damage to Guardians. But also, you're not going to have as much damage if, let's say, the enemy goes in chin size. So you can ultimately rotate this. If you like going into sustain, definitely go to Aussie. Aussie has a nice passive. If you drop below 35% health, you gain a pink aura around you, and this means that the passive of Aussie is activated. And if you hit an enemy, just like any enemy, like a minion as such, or a god, you, instead of getting like 25 to 30 physical lifesteal, you'll be getting around 75 to 80. physical life steal. So yeah, like I said, if you like to sustain, go into Aussie. But if you like doing more damage, definitely go to chin size. Only bad thing about you doing chin size and Aussie is that earlier on you're not gonna have like any sustain whatsoever. So that's just up to you. Personally, I like going into Aussie first, and then chin size. You don't have to follow my order though. Like I said, that's up to you. After that, I would recommend going into Deathbringer. Deathbringer is a great item, especially late game. This helps your god hit like a beast. So what it does exactly is that it has a passive that if you hit a god and you crit, instead of doing like 100 to 200 crit, like let's say if you have Malice or Rage, you'll be hitting them for around 400 to 600 damage. And that is pretty crazy. You can 100 to 0 somebody in a couple seconds with this with ANHUR's build. Sorry, kit. Alright, so then late game, Golden Bow and Ichaival pretty much fall off. So I would sell Ichaival. Doesn't do as much. It's harder to hit the 3 stacks because everybody's full level. They're all going to have cooldown reduction, so that way they can dash away or jump away. So anyways, yeah, sell Ichaival. A little bit more damage, and you really like attack speed on your build, then definitely go on Desus Bow. As you see here, it has a 40% attack speed, and also it has a passive. This passive over here, as you will now see on this Autobot, every 4th strike, you can hear the little noise that activates it. It does extra damage, and it spreads out over 5 enemies over time. And so, like, let's say it's just like their team driving up and you're by yourself. You sit there, you hit 4 basic attacks, all the enemies in the area will be affected by that, and it does around 100 to 130 damage. That's not a bad item. Or, if you want to be able to glue onto your enemies a little bit more, and you want more movement speed and attack speed, definitely go to Haste and Fatalis. You can never go wrong with this item on ADCs or Assassins. Well, most Assassins. I personally like Haste and Fatalis. Alright, and then after that, you're going to want to sell your Golden Bow, and I would actually recommend going into the right next to it, Wind Demon. Wind Demon increases your movement speed and your attack speed if you crit. So as you can see here, I look at the bottom, it procs, and you increased attack speed and movement speed. So beforehand, as you can see here, I only have 465 and 193. Then if you crit, as you can see here, now you have 524 and 2.11. It's not a big buff, but it's a buff, and that will definitely help you survive against an enemy gank or something like that. So overall, like I said, a combo would be 1 and then 2 and then all, and pretty much you will 100 to 0 enemies. Well, that's been it, guys. If you guys liked the video, make sure you drop a like. If you have another build suggestion, make sure you drop it down in the comments, and also subscribe to stay updated. That's been it, guys. Have a good day. Peace out.